Okay, today we're going to complete the square, and you know, the books and everybody else seem to make this out to be like it's some big pain in the ass or something, but it's really not that bad. Okay, basically all we're doing is we want to end up with this form so we can factor, okay? But we're not going to end up with that form, okay? There is a special thing that we're going to tack on to each one of these things. Actually, most of these things will be in this form, okay? Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to add b over 2 squared to each side, and that's going to give us what we need to complete the square. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a couple examples, and then we're going to use it to solve for x and some things like that. Okay, and mainly in the math world, you'll want to complete the square sometimes in order to simplify something, especially if it's underneath a radical or something like that. And if you don't, well, I don't know, you know, I mean, if you want a college degree, you're probably going to have to complete the square a couple times. So let's just dive right into it. Diving right into completion of the square. So let's see here. Let me start with a really easy one. Plus 2x. Okay, this is a very simple polynomial right here. First thing we'll do, we'll set it to 0. Okay. Notice, you know, the b term is 2. So we're going to take 2, we're going to divide it in half, and then we're going to square it. And we're going to do that over to the side, and it's just going to give us 1. So we need to add 1 to both sides here, okay? That's what we're going to do. We're going to add 1 to both sides. So if we do that, we should get, okay? Now the reveal here is that we can factor this now. It'll be x plus 1 squared equals 1. And this is what we're looking for. We're trying to get it into this form, okay? Much easier to work with. Let's do another one that's pretty easy. Okay, so we got x squared minus 14x. Okay, same deal. Let's go ahead and set it to 0. And then notice that our b term is negative 14. Go ahead, throw out the negative sign. Just go over here and just grab the actual numerical value of this thing, okay? Divide it by 2, square it, and you get 7 squared, which equals 49. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. We'll add that one to each side. X squared minus 14x plus 49 equals 49. I mean, it doesn't really look like we did much, does it, you know? But look at here, we got 7 squared is 49, and then negative 7 squared is 49, negative 7 plus negative 7 is negative 14, so there is our factor job right there. Okay. Okay, so you get the hang of it. I mean, it's really easy to do. I don't know why everyone gets so fussy about it. You just take, you know, b divided by 2, square it, add it to both sides, and factor, you know, and you're pretty much there each time. So, and it's pretty useful, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not big on all the math stuff, but this one's pretty good. Okay, now we're gonna actually take this and we're gonna do something with it. We're going to do some, we're actually going to solve for x on this one. So what's the first thing we need to do? We don't need to set it equal to 0. It's already, this one's a little different, okay? The other ones I didn't give you the other side of the equation, just to get the hang of the feel. But now, you know, and that's why we went and set it to 0, just so we could work with it. This one, the work's already been done for us, okay? So, okay, well, let's just go. 4, here's our b term, so we're going to go 4 divided by 2. This is what we're adding to both sides, right? Which is just 4 divided by 2 is 2 squared is 4. So, looks like we'll be adding 4 squared to both sides. Or just 4. Yeah, 4 divided by 2 is 2 squared. Okay, yeah, just 4 to both sides. Okay. I fit that on there? Alright, good. Move it up a little bit. Now this immediately factors right away. That's a pretty simple one. And let's see here, 30, that's going to be 36. Okay. Now I want to solve for x. So let me go ahead and take the square root of both sides. Okay. Alright, to do that, that's going to give me the absolute value of x plus 2 equals 6. Be careful in that absolute value. And over to the side, I'm just going to kind of show why we need to remind ourselves that. It's easy to forget about. Remember that if I took the square root of 6, we can do that. I cannot take the square root of negative 6. So if I have a variable tied up underneath the radical, okay, I need to basically imply that this x isn't going to give me a negative number under here, okay? So basically, really, this is absolute value of 6 plus x, if this is a legit, you know, expression, okay? Same here. So what we end up doing because of this, we're going to end up having probably 2 solutions. So let's just do the regular one, which will just be x plus 2 equals 6. So I'll subtract 2. X will now equal 4. And then if I do the absolute value of 6, say this whole thing's negative, okay? Let's just say it's negative. And in that case, you know, you'd have, you'd have negative 6 being equal to x plus 2, right? So if we subtract both sides, we get x being also equal to negative 8, okay? So you get 2 solutions there. And x equals 4 and x equals negative 8, okay? Because think about it, take negative 8, okay, and plug it back in here. Negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6 squared, okay, is 36, okay? So it definitely checks out, and likewise 4 plus 2 is 6 squared is 36 as well, okay? So I think we're pretty good there. Let's do another one. Let's go x squared plus 6x equals negative 2 this time. Okay, so we got, looks like we're going to go 6 divided by 2 squared is going to equal 3 squared is going to equal 9. So let's just go ahead and x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals negative 2 plus 9. Alright, that's an easy factor. That's plus 3 squared equals, this is just going to be 7. Okay? Same as before, we'll take the square root of both sides, and we get the absolute value of x plus 3 being equal to square root of 7. Okay? And also, just like the last one, we're going to go ahead and we'll say x plus 3 equals square root of 7. Minus 3, that's x equals negative 3 plus square root of 7. That's a solution. And x plus 3 equals negative square root of 7. That's going to be also, when I move the 3 over, that's going to be equal to negative 3 minus 7. Okay, so 2 solutions right there. Okay, oops, I almost ran out of time, so I don't think I'm going to have time to write it all down there. All right, if that, I hope that did it for you though. If not, just send me a message and I'll do a couple more examples. Okay, all right, thanks a lot.